Most car lists are written for 30-year-olds. This one isn't. If you're over 50 and you're shopping for a car right now, I'm going to tell you exactly which vehicles are worth your money. And more importantly, why, based on the things that actually matter at this stage of life. Not 0 to 60 times, not track performance, the real stuff. Let's get into it. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. After 50, the way you use a car changes. You're not impressing anyone. You're not drag racing. You want to get in without your knee complaining, drive without your back tightening up, and arrive somewhere without feeling like you just ran an obstacle course. And you want the car to be reliable enough that it doesn't become a second job. The cars on this list deliver exactly that. Number 1. Toyota RAV4, the benchmark everyone should start with. If there is one vehicle that consistently does everything right for drivers over 50, it's the Toyota RAV4. And I want to be specific about why, because it's reliable is not enough of an answer. The RAV4 sits at a step-in height of approximately 24 inches, right in the middle of the ergonomic sweet spot for easy entry and exit without the strain of a low sedan or the climbing effort of a full-size truck. The door opens wide, the B-pillar is positioned sensibly, and the seat base sits at a height that lets most people lower themselves in with a natural controlled motion. The RAV4's standard 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine produces 103 horsepower when paired with the hybrid powertrain, nor 203 horsepower in the standard configuration, with smooth, linear power delivery that never feels aggressive or jerky. The 8-speed automatic transmission shifts so quietly you barely notice it. There's nothing here that fights you. But here's what most car owners don't realize. The RAV4 hybrid version adds a real benefit beyond fuel economy. Its electric motors provide instant torque at low speeds, meaning the car moves fluidly from stop signs and parking lots without any hesitation. For urban and suburban driving, that smoothness removes a subtle but constant low-level stress from the driving experience. Fuel economy on the hybrid comes in around 40 miles per gallon combined. That's miles per gallon, depending on conditions, which over 70,000 miles of ownership saves you thousands of dollars in fuel costs compared to a non-hybrid competitor. Toyota's Safety Sense suite comes standard on virtually every RAV4 trim. That means automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, and lane centering are built in, not add-ons you negotiate for. And the RAV4's reliability record across multiple model years is one of the strongest in the industry. This is not a gamble. It's a proven vehicle. Number 2. Honda CR-V, the one that thinks about passengers too. The Honda CR-V is the vehicle you choose when you care about everyone in the car, not just the driver. And at this stage of life, that matters. You're driving a spouse, friends, grandchildren. Nobody in the back seat should be uncomfortable either. The CR-V's rear seat space is genuinely generous, one of the best in its class. Rear passengers get enough legroom that adults can sit normally without knees pressed against the front seat back. The rear doors open wide and the step-in height is consistent front and back, which matters when you're helping someone else into the vehicle. For the driver, Honda Sensing, Honda's suite of driver assistance technology, comes standard across nearly all CR-V trims. Adaptive cruise control with low-speed follow means the car manages highway spacing automatically, which removes the constant micro-adjustments on long drives that quietly fatigue your right leg and lower back. Most drivers over 50 who switch to a vehicle with this feature report noticeably less fatigue on drives over 45 minutes. That is not marketing language. That is what the technology actually does. The CR-V's 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine produces 190 horsepower. It's smooth, it's responsive, and it has enough punch to merge confidently on the highway without pressing yourself into the seat. The ride quality leans toward the comfortable side of its class. It's not a luxury vehicle, but it absorbs road imperfections cleanly. But here's where it gets better. The CR-V hybrid version is particularly worth considering. It delivers approximately 40 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. And the hybrid system eliminates the slight hesitation that turbocharged engines sometimes show at low speeds. The result is a car that feels smoother in everyday driving than the standard engine, which for most drivers over 50 is the exact driving they do most. Number 3. Subaru Outback, the one for people who do more than just commute. Here's a scenario. You're retired or close to it. You're traveling more than you ever did during your working years. Road trips, weekend drives, visiting family in other states. Maybe you're taking it to a cabin or a national park. The Subaru Outback is the vehicle built for exactly that life. The Outback sits slightly higher than a standard crossover, about 22 to 23 inches step in height, and has a more upright seating position than most of its competitors. That upright position is significant for back health. A more reclined seat puts more shear force on the lower lumbar spine. Sitting closer to vertical, the way the Outback positions you distributes that load more evenly. Standard all-wheel drive, not optional, not a trim-level upgrade, standard on every single Outback, means confident traction in rain, light snow, and uneven terrain. For anyone who lives in the upper Midwest, the Northeast, the Pacific Northwest, or anywhere with real winters, this is not a small thing. It means you don't have to think about whether the roads are safe. The car handles it. EyeSight, Subaru's driver assistance system, comes on most Outback configurations and includes adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, and lane centering. The Outback also has one of the most usable cargo areas in its class, nearly 76 cubic feet with the rear seats folded, which means loading and unloading luggage, groceries, or gear doesn't require bending or contorting. The Outback's highway ride is genuinely smooth. Subaru tuned it for comfort on long stretches, and on interstates, it rides quietly and settled in a way that crossovers at this price point don't always achieve. Number 4. Buick Enclave, when comfort is the priority. If the previous 3 vehicles are practical, the Buick Enclave is the one where comfort gets moved to the front of the list. And for many people over 50, particularly those who do a lot of highway driving, who have persistent back pain, or who simply want a car that feels like an event to be in, that priority shift makes complete sense. The Enclave is a full-size 3-row SUV, which means more space, a longer wheelbase, and a fundamentally smoother ride. A longer wheelbase, the distance between the front and rear axles, absorbs road imperfections more gradually than a shorter vehicle. The Enclave's wheelbase is approximately 120 inches. Compare that to the RAV4 at 105 inches. That 15-inch difference is perceptible in the ride. The Enclave floats over bumps that a compact crossover transmits. The Enclave's front seats are exceptional. Higher trim levels offer power-adjustable lumbar support with a wide range of adjustment. You can push the lower back support forward until it matches your spine exactly. Combined with seat heating and ventilation, you have a front seat that can be genuinely therapeutic for back conditions, not just comfortable. But here's where it gets more serious. The Enclave's 3.5-liter V6 engine produces 310 horsepower and 266 foot-pounds of torque. It's completely effortless at highway speeds. There's no strain, no noise, nothing asking for your attention. The 9-speed automatic transmission shifts imperceptibly. This is a vehicle you drive without the car asking anything of you, which is exactly the right formula for long distances. The step in height on the Enclave is higher than the compact crossovers, around 28 to 29 inches, so it's worth testing in person. Most people manage it comfortably with the available running boards, but it's an important check if knee mobility is a real concern. If you want more honest car advice built for people over 50, subscribe right now. We do this every week, and it will save you real money and real frustration. Number 5. Lexus ES 350, the case for going luxury. Here is the argument for spending more, and it's a real argument, not just a preference. The Lexus ES 350 is a front-wheel drive luxury sedan with one of the most refined rides in any vehicle category at any price. Its 3.5-liter V6 produces 302 horsepower and 267 foot-pounds of torque. But you almost never feel it as power. You feel it as effortlessness. The car responds to the throttle smoothly, without drama, without hesitation. The ride quality is in a different category from everything else on this list. Lexus builds the ES specifically to absorb and isolate road noise, vibration, and harshness. The result is a cabin so quiet at highway speed that conversation is easy, your phone speaker is audible without straining, and your nervous system is not being stimulated by the constant low-level noise that most vehicles produce. That reduction in sensory load over a long drive is genuinely measurable in how you feel when you arrive. The front seats in higher ES trims offer 20-way power adjustment, including adjustable seat cushion tilt and multi-contour lumbar support. That means the seat can be dialed in to your exact spine and hip geometry. This is not marketing. This is mechanical reality. And for anyone with chronic back pain or hip issues, it can be the difference between a car that works for you and one that works against you. Lexus reliability is industry-leading, and the dealer service experience is consistently high. That matters because after 50, the last thing you want is a frustrating warranty argument or a service department that treats you like an inconvenience. The ES is a sedan, which means the step-in height is lower, around 18 to 19 inches. If knee pain is significant, test the entry carefully. For many people, the quality of the seat and the ease of adjusting position once inside compensates. But this is a legitimate check to do in person. Number 6. Toyota Camry, the practical luxury decision. The Toyota Camry deserves a spot on this list because it represents the best answer to a specific question. What if I want a refined, comfortable, genuinely reliable car without the premium price tag of a Lexus or Buick? The Camry XLE or XSE trim, the upper trims, offer heated and ventilated front seats, a power-adjustable lumbar support system, a wireless charging pad, and a 10-inch infotainment display with large, well-organized menus. The technology is intuitive enough that you're not hunting through submenus to adjust the temperature. Physical shortcut buttons still exist on this vehicle. That's increasingly rare and genuinely valuable. The Camry Hybrid delivers approximately 47 to 51 miles per gallon in city driving. And this is a full-size sedan, not a compact. That fuel economy number is not a typo. On a regular weekly driving pattern of 250 miles, the difference between the Camry Hybrid and an average non-hybrid sedan saves you roughly $20 per tank. Over 5 years, that's real money back in your pocket. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard across all Camry trims, and the Camry's reliability record is among the best in the industry across every model year. It's a vehicle that will not surprise you, will not strand you, and will not drain your maintenance budget. The ride is smooth, the cabin is quiet, and the step-in height, around 20 to 21 inches, is lower than a crossover, so the entry test matters. For most people, the entry is manageable. For anyone with significant knee restrictions, the crossover options on this list will serve better. Number 7. The Peak Pick, Lincoln Corsair, the one most people don't consider. Here is the one that surprises people most, and it's the one I want to spend real time on because it gets overlooked. The Lincoln Corsair is a compact luxury SUV, but it doesn't drive or feel like a compact. Lincoln spent significant engineering effort on the Corsair's ride and noise isolation specifically because their buyer demographic skews toward experienced drivers, which means drivers over 50 who know the difference between a vehicle that smooths out the road and one that just tolerates it. The Corsair Reserve trim offers perfect position front seats, 24-way power adjustment, including independent bolster adjustment, seat cushion extension, and a massage function with multiple patterns. The massage feature sounds indulgent. It is also genuinely useful for anyone who experiences lower back tension on drives over 30 minutes. Intermittent seat massage keeps the paraspinal muscles from tightening up during extended driving. The Corsair's 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder in the standard configuration produces 250 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque. The Grand Touring plug-in hybrid version produces 266 combined system horsepower. Both versions deliver power smoothly and without aggression, and the Grand Touring Hybrid achieves approximately 28 miles of pure electric range before the gas engine engages, meaning most daily errands run entirely on electricity with no fuel cost. The step-in height on the Corsair is approximately 23 to 24 inches. Ideal range. The door opens wide. The B-pillar is positioned well, and the driver assistance suite, Ford and Lincoln's Copilot 360, includes adaptive cruise with stop-and-go capability, lane centering, and automatic emergency braking. The Active Park Assist feature handles parallel and perpendicular parking automatically, which for anyone with neck stiffness or limited shoulder rotation eliminates one of the most physically demanding parts of urban driving. This is where it becomes genuinely compelling for over 50 buyers. The Corsair gives you luxury seat ergonomics, a smooth ride, strong driver assistance technology, and a step-in height that works for knees, all in a vehicle that's priced below full-size luxury SUVs. It's the vehicle that checks every box without asking you to compromise on any of them. Most car owners don't realize this vehicle exists as a serious option because Lincoln's marketing doesn't reach the same volume as Toyota or Honda. But if you test drive one back-to-back with anything else on this list, you will feel the difference. The bottom line. Here is the bottom line. The best car for anyone over 50 is not the flashiest one or the most powerful one. It's the one that works with your body, not against it. It's the one that's still comfortable on mile 40 of a drive. It's the one that starts every morning without drama and ends every service visit without a surprise bill. Every vehicle on this list earns its place for a real reason. The RAV4 for proven reliability and smart hybrid efficiency. the CR-V for passenger comfort and standard safety technology, the Outback for all-weather confidence and long-distance capability, the Enclave for the ride quality that nothing in its price range matches, the Lexus ES for the cabin refinement that changes how you feel after an hour behind the wheel, the Camry for the best value-to-quality ratio in any sedan category, and the Lincoln Corsair for the complete package that most people don't even know to look for. Now here's my question for you. Which of these vehicles surprises you most, and which one are you seriously considering? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and your answer might help someone else in this community make a smarter decision. If this gave you something real, something the dealership would never sit down and explain to you, subscribe. We do this every week, built specifically for drivers over 50. See you in the next one.